welcome back, fact lovers. You already know what we do. We close out the show with a little segment we call That's a Dub. The show's called That's a Fact, so that's a dub. How
That's
I run
a
it.
dub.
You already know. We say a couple of lies that have been said during the month, and we set them straight. Right now, my son Andy gonna talk about.
Yeah, this past couple of weeks we had a interesting scandal broke out involved my alma mater and Chelsea's alma mater, Georgetown. They had a couple. I think the federal government arrested about 50 people that were involved in a college entrance exam. These are only people that got caught.
Right.
College entrance exam scandal. I think there was one guy. I think he had a consulting firm called Key to the World, like education program. When you like went to him and he helped you with your SAT scores and helped you get into college. Except they had people like taking the exams for the kids.
They were
cheating for the exams.
Oh,
they were setting up
kids
to pretend they were like water polo and like, tennis players.
Georgetown tennis.
So Georgetown's tennis coach got caught up in that, but Stanford was involved. USC was involved. Yale was involved. All kinds of schools got caught up.
Damn. I know about it, but I didn't know too much. About it.
The most interesting thing, though, the dub part about it, right, is that people with money in this world, always usually tend to be more conservative, more right-leaning, and they're the first to talk crap about affirmative action. But this is the most raw form of affirmative action. It's like you're not even like giving people points for the color of their skin. You just straight just going in. Cheating and paying into the school.
Shame on you guys.
Just
Full House is one of the...
Just for before
the Full House.
Serious?
Yeah, the lady from Aunt Becky. Somebody on the View. Somebody was like, Aunt Becky, I want my good hair back.
Hey.
Crazy, bro.
And I just want to make the disclaimer that just because I did graduate from Georgetown, that doesn't take my feelings for the school and how I feel about Georgetown. There's always a bad actor in an organization, and you can't kind of put the blame on the whole school. But I don't know how you feel, Chelsea. I don't know if you want to put your 2 cents into it, and then you guys join up and put your 2 cents into it too.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I think most people, we walked into Georgetown and automatically felt out of place, right? Just by the way we look, by the way we dress, by the way we talk. And I was told, I think it was on my second day of class, that hadn't even started. They were like, you're here because of affirmative action.
It's not that diverse over there.
No, back in our day, it was 6% Black, I think 6% Latino. Back in our day, I think the numbers have gone up a little bit higher, but that's how it was, right? And like the Latino number also took in like international students, so like the really like rich white.
So you guys like kind of stuck together, basically.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Most of my friends from Georgetown are of color. But anyway, so you know what I mean. We walked on campus, and from day one, we're told both like. Literally to our faces, you don't belong, and then like in other kind of subtle subliminal ways that we don't belong, and it's just so crazy because you not that you you do internalize it, but it's like it's crazy because you're like how many white people walking around not necessarily that they literally cheat to get in, but basically cheated, right? This idea of like hiring somebody to be a consultant. You know what I mean? You being able to take the SAT a million times because you have the money for it, right? Like, SAT is expensive. Paying for all these SAT prep classes, all this stuff that we just didn't have access to. And for nobody for even a second thought, you don't belong here, right? And now we're seeing the most dramatic example of people who are literally paying their way into Georgetown, into USC, into Stanford, schools. Right? And the thing is, it's like no one would ever blink their eye. No one would ever question they belong.
I think one of the celebrities' daughters had this. I think they have a YouTube video of her
where she literally was like, I don't really want to go to class.
Like she was like talking about like her YouTube beauty channel, and she was like, and in terms of school, we don't even talk about school. This is not important. Like
she was like talking about the parties and the.
I mean, it's not going to be important for you if you didn't have to do anything to get in there.
It's that's expected. Yo. I took out a student loan. I don't even want to talk about that.
Man.
It
wasn't even Georgetown.
They took my whole income tax check.
And I think another thing that's being brought up into this conversation is a conversation about legacy.
Right. Legacy.
So there's legacy is like if somebody went to Georgetown their child will more than
Automatically?
likely get in because.
Well, if you give money. So right, like.
Well, no, that's a whole
Yeah.
different situation.
No,
too.
what I'm saying is like if you right now had a kid and he applied for Georgetown, they would give them probably some preference because you're an alum, but not the same way as if you are a rich ass alum who's giving Georgetown money.
Right.
I love Georgetown to death, but I don't think I've given any money. But I'm also 26 and struggling student loans.
Mhm.
But you know what I'm saying? Like they don't really. The legacy holds more weight when you're getting
sure.
the money.
For sure. It's a business.
Yeah.
I mean, like anything else is a business. And I, you know, just to show my love, you know, I think Georgetown has, from the time we were there to now, has done a lot of
There's been a lot.
amazing things. They recently admitted to selling slaves, and now I think the school's campus actually just is.
Can you repeat that again? What you said?
This Georgetown sold slaves back in the 1800s, and
You have enough research to?
No, it's a fact.
They just
There's
admitted.
been-
I meant,
yeah.
do you yourself have enough research
They
to
actually,
talk
when
more
I was
about
on
that right
when
now?
I was on campus, they were teaching a class about it. How they had to sell the slaves in order to save the school. In a sense,
You knew about it
because-
when we was on campus?
Yeah, they were talking. It's always been talked about.
That's
I didn't
crazy,
hear
bro.
about
It
it
just
until
wasn't
maybe
Wow,
like my
that's-
senior
that's
year
crazy.
and afterwards.
So, and it was, I don't know if it was specifically Georgetown or some of the priests that worked in Georgetown that had the plantation in Maryland and they sold the slaves to New Orleans.
We gotta talk about that on the February show.
Yeah, no, I know. But I just wanted to mention the great work that they're doing with that. Like I think most recently the last thing I saw is that they're gonna allow, they're gonna have some type of fund to any descendants of those slaves to be able to come to Georgetown.
Yeah, I think one already started.
So there's one student. I think she's like.
Yeah,
She's
it's
older.
too late.
She's like
It's like
40 or
It's too late.
It's
No, it's
never
not
too
too
late
late
for
because it's the
reparations.
descendants, right?
I
So
get
it's,
it.
never too late.
let's say I was the slave, but by now my grandchild is college age. My grandchild will be able to go into Georgetown if I was the slave. You understand? Like, so it's not that like.
And this
people-
happened in 18.
So it's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So,
Bro.
but you know,
I'm
the
sorry,
fact that
come
they
to
even
college.
I know they're doing
the
something
fact
about
that
it.
they even acknowledging. I
But
think part of
you're shouting out Georgetown as an institution. What you need to be doing is shouting out the student activists who pushed Georgetown
No, for
to
sure.
do that.
For
Because
sure.
You want to come sit in my seat?
no, my bad. But it's true. It was really the students on campus that were pushing
no,
this.
trust me, I know how it
Right.
works.
So
we
like,
don't
they
want
really-
to talk about La Casita.
yeah. Oh.
What is that?
But anyways, I'll give props enough that the administration has been listening and been doing some good work to reconcile that. But it's really
And that's just how
the
anything
students
works.
that
In
pushed it.
the like the best. I was talking to another former student, Juan, the other day, and some of our best lessons were at Georgetown because you kind of figure out. It's like in the United States, no movement happens unless there's a movement. You understand? Like the United States is not going to decide. All right, this is going to happen unless
Policy change. Policy
Right.
change doesn't
Right.
happen without
movements.
grassroots movement.
For sure. I don't know.
So
Henry,
anyways.
Henry, you want to throw in your dub?
So this past week, Conor McGregor got arrested again for he was
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. He's a UFC fighter, former champion.
Oh, that's the one that was fighting Floyd, right? That they had
The Irish fight.
Yeah,
Floyd Mayweather.
yeah, he did all that publicity.
Who's this guy?
He was in Miami on vacation with his family, and he was charged with strong arm robbery and criminal mischief after allegedly smashing and stealing a fan's phone. So, I mean, if he was that close to the fan to grab it and smash it, I mean, the fan has to,
The fan is at fault.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like, he's on vacation with his family. Let him breathe. He's a human being just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And,
You're harassing him.
yeah.
If I was a fighter, I would have broke his nose.
Is
well.
there, I know, like with boxing, like your fists are considered
Like a weapon,
especially,
right?
Do they have
especially
the
if I'm
same-
with my kids. And
I don't know.
on
He get.
vacation. Don't bother me.
It's
bother
true.
Me, man.
It's true.
Like
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure he's. I'm sorry, guys.
No, go ahead.
Like
The
there's
fan was.
times where you could come and get autographs. Like approach me when I'm by myself. I'm gonna give you an
Yeah.
autograph. But you see, with my family, I'm famous enough as it is. I don't get this time. Respect my space.
That's like
He's lucky his phone.
Russell
just got
Westbrook.
smashed.
You heard about Westbrook? He was in the stadium and there was these there was a white guy and a white female,
Oh, yeah,
husband and
yeah,
wife.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
they
I
said
heard about
something.
that.
He said they told him, get on your knees like you used to Russell Westbrook, and he got offended. So he said, I will fuck you and your wife up. And those two fans are banned from the stadiums for life.
That's a dub for those fans.
Yeah. Yeah, but he got fined like $25,000. I think.
Like that's like
Yeah, that's nothing.
That's 2 seconds on the court.
Facts. That's it. You're getting that money back. You sweat that money out.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's a Fact NYC. Make sure you log on now.
Subscribe, like, comment, positive, negative. Doesn't matter. We here.
Also, next
Good press,
month.
bad press, all press.
Yeah, also, next month we're doing a raffle. We're trying to get our views up and our subscribers up on YouTube. So we're going to be giving out prizes to the for the first 100.
Yeah, for the first
100 subscriber. So tune in.
More details on that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Just also want to shout out Luna Maria at Luna Maria. That's LUNAA.MARIA on Instagram. Check her out. Check out her music.
Listen to it. It's dope.
Also want to thank Chelsea Williams for being on the show with us today. We had a blast.
Dope person.
Talked about all kinds of stuff. The real show starts now when the mics go off. Though. Like, you know, that's when we talk about all the juicy stuff.
Stupid.
May 2019, Luna Maria's EP drops, Soul on a Mission.
That's a fact.
Check her out.
You owe me. That's a fact.
Nah, yeah, I got you.
Come right now.
The show's closing.
And
Wait.
that is a wrap.
That's a
So
fact.
Luna Maria gonna
That's
do
a
it.
fact, y'all.
All right.
Welcome back. That's a fact. That's a fact. Brooklyn, that's a fact. Welcome back. That's a fact. That's a fact. Welcome back. That's a fact. That's a fact. Brooklyn, that's a fact. That's a fact. Welcome back. That's a fact. That's a fact. Welcome back. Es verdad. Todo el mundo es verdad.